Hey, what's going on, everyone? Josh Perry here. Hope you're all having a great week. And today I wanted to talk about something that I think a lot of people get confused. I used to get confused, and I see a lot of people trying to sell me on this that seem confused. And that's the idea between a coach and a mentor. So quickly breaking that down, to me, anyone can be a coach. You're supporting people, maybe you're educated and you're providing them value in terms of getting to a destination they're trying to go to from where they are. Again, you're supporting them, you're critiquing them, you're outside looking in. That compared to a mentor, to me, a mentor is someone that has done something you want to do that can also be a coach, but they're going to lead you to where you want to go based on their experience achieving that success. So to me, I look at people that are mentors, to me personally, as someone that is doing something, has done something, or has become someone I aspire to be like, to do, or a similar approach to something I want to create in my life. Now, a coach, which I have a coach who also is a mentor to me, is someone that has done something I'm trying to do similarly, but also is trained in a way and through experience and training and education that can coach me from like a third party view, but also has been there, has done what I want to do, is doing what I want to do, and is helping me do the same. Where I'm going with this is I am getting so many requests on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, and people send me messages of trying to sell me their service. And a lot of it is in business coaching. And then I look at their track record and they're selling this idea of like helping people become $1 million earners in a month or a year, whatever it is. But then they haven't done that. But because they've been trained in that field of the ideology, the theory of coaching someone in their business to grow to $1 million a month or a year, whatever it is, that to them qualifies them. But to me, that is where there's a big discrepancy between coaching and mentoring. Because to me, as a business owner, someone wanting to grow my business, serve more people, get my purpose out there and share my message more, I don't want someone that is teaching theory to me. They're selling me on their coaching service to grow my business to whatever amount they tell me, but haven't done it themselves. Because I can go and be a business coach and sell this idea that I'm going to help you get to $1 million in sales, or I could be a health coach and say I'm going to help you, lose 100 pounds. And if you haven't had the experience, but you've had the education, to me that doesn't make sense. And I saw that a lot with health. And I'd have people that are very well versed in the health field telling me to do something that they're not doing, and it's clear by the way they live their lives and the way they look and the way they talk. And to me, that's not what coaching should be. Coaching should be someone that's very familiar with that path, that has the outside knowledge, that has the experience. Again, these are my personal views on it. But then a mentor is very different because they can coach, but they're also leading you. A coach should be able to lead someone, but I believe a coach should also have very similar, if not exact, experience in what they're selling. So a mentor is someone that has done that, has been there, has done that, and can help you. Maybe they're not going to do so much coaching per se, but they're going to hold you accountable to what you say you want, and they're going to give you feedback on what's working, what's not working, and give you a roadmap. So me being a coach and a mentor, I combine both of those worlds into what I offer in terms of support, guidance, and leadership to people that want my help in optimizing their health and their performance, whether that be performance in the gym, in their home family life, in their personal adventures or creativity or art, or in their professional world. Because I'm not selling this idea that I'm going to help people lose 100 pounds or gain $1 million. I'm helping people optimize their efforts to increase their success to whatever level of success means to them in whichever area of life, because the things that I am sharing, I've done and I've seen take place in my health, in my relationships, in my business, and in my athletics and my creativity and my thinking and all these things. So I see a lot of people trying to sell me on coaching with this idea that they're going to get me to $1 million, but then they haven't done it. And I have a big problem with that because, as you guys know, some have commented already, I'm all about walking my talk. I have some shirts I was selling before that said, be the change you want to see, because we can talk about change. We can coach people to do things. We can sell them on these ideas. But if we're not walking our talk, so to speak, then there's no transparency. There's no authenticity. There's really, you're selling an ideology, a theory that you haven't experienced, and you're expecting people to pay for that, which to me is very, very immoral, if that's the right word, very incongruent with how I live my life and how I see how people should, like my opinion on how people should live, and just more than what I believe in, my values. So I just want to stop in and just talk about the difference between coaching and mentoring, and just be aware when people are trying to sell you on something that sounds good because they understand marketing, they understand words and language, and they can get in there, but ultimately, do your homework, do your due diligence on checking out if this person is full of shit or if they've actually done what they say, because not everyone out there is evil just trying to sell you on something. But especially in times like this, a lot of people are getting sold on coaching packages to learn how to be a coach and then sell coaching, but they haven't done it. And it just, to me, doesn't make sense. And I'm speaking from personal experience of I've been on this journey for over 10 years of optimizing my health and my performance, and I've learned a lot. I've grown my finances to a specific degree that I never thought possible. I've been on stages speaking. I've helped people lose dramatic amounts of weight. I've helped people in so many different areas that came from my own experience doing something similar. And I continue to progress in my life. I continue to help people, but I'm also continuing to be as congruent with what I speak and how I walk in that light. So I just want people to be aware there's a big difference between coaching and mentoring. And I went over that at the beginning of this video, but also just be aware of what people are trying to sell you on, and if they've in fact done it or not. There's a lot of amazing people that have done exactly what they're trying to help other people do. And you can see the differences in language and just what they represent in their branding. And that's why it's important to check out people like social media today. Essentially, it's who you are. Your branding, whether you're specifically doing that for your business or just who you are. Like, it's a brand. It represents who you are, depending on what you share. So some people can have like a different perception of you. I myself just share anything and everything because I want people to understand who I am on a very vulnerable and authentic level, because that's a part of my purpose, to be able to support people and relate with people. But just be aware of the things you're being sold on, and if it's full of shit or if it's true and authentic, and get good at asking questions that can lead into these things, and just see what track record you can find, and do your due diligence, because at the end of the day, it's your hard-earned money and time being invested in these things, and you want to get the best return on your investment. You don't want to be sold on a coaching package with someone who's like a big coach and this and that, but they haven't done anything, And I'm not trying to talk down to people trying to help people, but I think there's a starting point where people have to gain experience. They have to grow their credibility. And for people like myself and others that, in my mind are very, a lot more successful than I've been, I'm very new to this, relatively speaking, to those I look up to that have 10, 20, 30 years on me. It's really important to me that people walk their talk, and that you don't waste your time and resources and your energy on these things when, in fact, you do want to see success in different areas of your life. So I love the transparency. Yeah, Cornelius. For those that haven't listened to the podcast, the Gray Matters podcast, check out Cornelius. You Matter Today. Very, very inspiring human being, and walking your talk. He's all about that. He's all about transparency, being vulnerable, being authentic, and wanting to help people, wanting to serve a higher purpose in self. I think that's really important. So I appreciate you hopping in. And again, for everyone that just hopped in now, I'm talking about, if you go back to the beginning of this video, I'll post on my IGTV, but talking about the difference between coaching and mentoring, and transparency between the two of them, how they're similar, but how they're different, and how I see them. And so if you guys have any questions, just leave them below once I post this. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.